everyone, my name's Hannah. I'm the museum educator here at the Transcona Museum. Today we will be making for our first Craft With Us video a bird feeder. Oops. So it'll look like this when we're finished, and it'll have an inside part to put birdseed in and to hang outside on a tree. We'll just wait a couple moments to get started, but for this craft we'll need about 30 popsicle sticks. It's okay if you have more or less. You can adapt the bird feeder to however many popsicle sticks you have. You will need glue. I'll be using a hot glue gun. If you have one and you have an adult present, feel free to use one, but white glue also works fine. That's what I made this one with, and it stick together just fine, so that will work. And then you will need scissors to cut twine or string, whatever you might have available to you, and cut about 4 arms lengths or however long you might want it to hang. And the last thing we will need is birdseed to, put the bird feeder into use. So I'll just talk a bit about this week's crafts. So our first week of Craft With Us is nature themed, and that's why we're doing a bird feeder today. And on Wednesday we'll be doing wind chime, and on Friday we will be doing a wind chime, and Alana, the other one, a wind chime, and check out our social media and it'll be on there. I'm just blanking right now.
Oh, is it the flower?
Yes, the pipe cleaner flowers, that's what it is. All of the supply lists are on our Instagram, our Facebook, our Twitter, but this year we are also doing craft kits. This is new this year, so for $5 you can purchase a craft kit that has all of the supplies you will need for a week's worth of crafts. So for the Nature Week craft kits, it would have everything you need for the bird feeders, the wind chimes, and the pipe cleaner flower bouquet. So if you're interested in that, visit our website to purchase. If you want to craft along with us on the lives, you'll have to purchase the craft kits the Friday or before the Friday at noon before the week starts. So next week is Railway Week. So if you want to buy craft kits for Railway Week, you'll have to purchase the craft kits by this Friday at noon. But you don't have to do that, because if you want to watch the videos after we do the lives, they'll be posted to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and our website. You can also purchase the craft kits to do the crafts later if you don't, or you can't craft along with us in the lives. Yeah, and they're $5 each, available on our website. All right, let's get started. So what you're going to start with for the bird feeder is you're going to glue 6 popsicle sticks together like this, and that'll be the base of the bird feeder. And then I'll just tilt down so you can see. All right. So what we're going to start with, after you have the base of 6 popsicle sticks glued together, you are going to glue 1 popsicle stick at the top of the 6 and 1 at the bottom. So we'll just do that. I'm just going to put 2 dots of glue on the corners, nothing too much. just hold that down so it'll dry. And then do the other one. All right, and once those are down and dry, we're going to put two vertical, lining up with the last two sticks at the end of your base. And basically for this bird feeder, you're just going to be building up each layer like that. So you're going to do two vertical popsicle sticks, two horizontal popsicle sticks, just pretty much all the way up until you have it to however, I guess, thick you want it to be. This one I think has about about 10 layers. So feel free to make as many layers as you'd like. So we'll just keep doing that, but before you continue on to do however many layers you'd like, about on the second or the third layer, when you have, or when you're on a vertical popsicle stick layer, you're going to want to put a little perch. Stuck. You're gonna want to put a perch on the bird feeder. So I'm about on my fourth layer, including the base. So I'm just going to glue the perch on. You can do it on whatever side you want. It's not a big deal. But, and you can also choose how long you want the perch to be. I'm gonna go for about this long. So I'll just glue that on. All right, so we have that, and then we're just going to continue building up each layer. So my last layer was a vertical layer, so I'm gonna do, or sorry, a horizontal layer. I'm gonna do a vertical layer now. There are a ton of different types of birds someone might see in Transcona. I know we've had issues with hawks lately, or in the past year or so, but there's also, you know, robins, tiny birds like that, or ravens, crows, which can be on the bigger side. I'm sure most of you probably know that Transcona's mascot is a bird. It's a flamingo. And that kind of came about because the local doctor, Murdoch McKay, from the 20s to the 60s, that's why there's a high school named Murdoch McKay here in Transcona. He brought a flamingo back from a trip to Florida and brought it here to Transcona. And he did that in about the 60s. And at that time, there was also the kind of fad or craze of putting flamingos in your front lawn. So it gained popularity. And then in about the 1980s, they chose the flamingo to be the mascot of Transcona for the 75th anniversary. And this isn't confirmed, but it was thought that they might have painted the sidewalks pink so that when people thought of Transcona, they thought of the color pink and of flamingos. So I'm just gonna keep layering, switching up the directions of the two popsicle sticks each layer. we are so excited to have you all crafting along with us today. And for the rest of the summer, we'll be doing craft with us for July and August. We will be announcing the themes of each week in July on Wednesdays, and the supply lists and the crafts we'll be doing and craft kits will be available then. But you can purchase your craft kits for Railway Week now, or Nature Week if you want to do the next 2 crafts with a craft kit. We also have a lot of other exciting things going on at the museum right now for our summer programming. We have Kids Quest, which is a scavenger hunt across Transcona for kids, and booklets are $1 each, and you can purchase those on our website. And this year we are also introducing a scavenger hunt for adults called Transcona Quest. So it can be done alone, it can be done as a date. We've had a couple people do it as a date so far. It can be done with your family because it takes the same route as Kids Quest, so the adults can have some fun too while the kids are doing Kids Quest. The booklets are also $1 and can be found or purchased on our website. And if you complete the quest and return it back to the museum by August 27th, you'll be entered to win a grand prize. So that's an exciting activity to do with the family or whoever you want to do it with. Okay, so as we're on our last few popsicle sticks, I have about 1 more layer to go. We want to tie on our string or twine or whatever you might have, which are, once again, cut them as long as you want. I'd say the shortest you would want it is about an arm's length, but feel free to cut it however long. So you're going to thread the string, or 1 piece of string. You need 4 arm's length pieces. One of the pieces are going to thread through this side in between the 2 popsicle sticks at the top, and you're just going to tie it. You can cut the ends so you make sure it's really tight so that it doesn't fall. So I'm just going to trim the ends of this, and don't cut the long side because we're going to tie them at the top to connect all 4 strings like this. That's how it's going to end up. So then we're going to tie the other string to the other side in between the popsicle sticks. I'm knotting it about 3 times just to make sure it's on there. Cutting the excess. Okay, and then we'll take our 3rd piece of twine and loop it through. This is the front of the bird feeder, loop it in between here. Last piece of twine. Ooh, my last piece of twine fell on the floor, so we'll just pick that up, and then we'll do the back of the bird feeder, and we'll thread it through here. So now that we have all 4 pieces of the bird feeder connected, sorry, just untangling it. So we have the 4 pieces. I'm gonna gather them at the top like this. Let me just adjust the camera. Gather them at the top of the strings and kind of loop it to whatever length you want this part to be. So I'm gonna loop it at about here. I'm just gonna tie it really tight. And then I will make a little loop so we can have that to hang it. All right, and then now that I have my little loop here, I'm just gonna cut the excess off that's on the side. All right, so we have our string attached now. We can put on the last layer. So this isn't necessary, but if you want to cover up the string, if you want to cover these knots here, you can just glue the popsicle stick over them. So I'm gonna do that. You can do it for all 4 sides, just 2. You don't have to do it at all. That's up to you, depending on how you want your bird feeder to look. Just gonna hold that down. Just gonna do the other side. And once you finish putting on your finishing touches, there you have your bird feeder. So it has a little perch for the birds. It has a loop to hang on a tree, off your house, wherever you might want to put it. And then it also has this inner sunken part to put bird seed. So I'm going to actually throw some bird seed in there just to show you. So there you go. And now the birds can sit on the perch and have a snack. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat about the craft. And before we wrap up, on display right now, we actually have a natural history display that features quite a few. Sorry, I'm just gonna take this off. Quite a few birds and birds' eggs. So I'm just going to show you that here. Sorry, let me just. All right. So here we have, in our natural history display currently at the museum, we have a loon, a taxidermy loon. We also have, this is called a Vesper sparrow. We have a bird's nest. We also have a Bohemian waxwing. And we have a variety of different kinds of birds' eggs in our collection. They were collected by Stephen Quelch, and these are the tools he used to remove the contents of the eggs that he collected. So that is part of our natural history display. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. If not, we hope you enjoyed this first craft with us. Join us again on Wednesday and Friday at 2 p.m. Wednesday we'll be making a wind chime, and Friday we will be making a pipe cleaner flower display. And next week is Railway Week, so we'll be doing crafts associated with that. If you want craft kits for this week or next week, they're up for sale on our website right now. They're $5 each, so get them while you can. And for some of our other programming happening right now, we have the Kids Quest, which I talked about, the Transcona quests. You can purchase those booklets for $1 on our website. And we also are starting walking tours. On Thursdays, we will be having our History of Transcona walking tour at 11 a.m. Then on Thursdays, we will also be having our Murals of Transcona tour, which is at 2 p.m. Pre-registration is required on our website, so you can register there. And our website is transconamuseum.mb.ca. And lastly, we also have our Small Talk Tuesdays that'll be starting. So Tuesdays at noon. So the first one will be tomorrow at noon, and it'll be on butterflies and moths, which you can watch via Zoom. The link is on our website or on Facebook Live. So we hope you enjoyed making the bird feeder and learning a little bit about the birds associated with Transcona and the birds we have in our collection. So thank you so much for joining, and I will see you again on Wednesday. Thank you.